In May 2022, I was admitted to the hospital. I was 32 years old. I couldn't feel my legs, couldn't feel my own body, not my bladder, not anything below the waist. The doctors diagnosed me with Functional Neurological Disorder, also known as FND. But I knew that was not it. I knew there was something else. What happened over the next few years completely changed the way I look at the body, the pain, and healing, which is why I'm creating this channel. But honestly, that wasn't even my first warning sign. 2015, I was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, skin cancer. Luckily, diagnosed it early. But even then, I was already living in that same pattern. High stress, not enough sleep. I can do it all. I don't need that much sleep. It's fine. And I just completely ignored my body. It just kept going. And I grew up in Vancouver, Canada. I was that person who worked out in the morning, worked out in the evening, hiking, running, in the gym, cycling, you name it. That was my entire identity. And then 2020, during lockdown, I moved to London, UK, to do my master's. And new pressure, high stress, and within a year, my immune system started attacking itself. I ended up with Graves' disease. I was 30 at the time. And looking back now, it's so obvious. My body has been sending me signals for years. I just wasn't listening. Then January 2022, started feeling this heaviness in my legs, like maybe I'm training too much, I'm backing off. And still the heaviness became worse to the point where I collapsed and I couldn't feel anything from waist down. I ended up in the hospital. I was alone, far from home, and genuinely terrified. The doctors gave me a diagnosis I didn't believe in. I studied in university. I knew about it. I also learned about the nervous system. I'm a physio, and I knew something deeper was going on. So I decided to figure it out myself. Someone introduced me to spiritual healing. At that point, I was so desperate, I just willing to try anything. And looking back, those things were always there. They always surfaced, every time I had some health issue. And I just ignored it. I was just so tunnel vision. I thought these are woo-woo, BS, whatever. But I was ready. I think they were just there waiting for me to be ready to actually start doing them. And he introduced me to reiki, meditation, and breathwork. And we did everything over the phone because I couldn't even stand up. And slowly something started to shift. Not overnight, not dramatically, but for the first time, I was actually listening to my body instead of fighting it. I had to understand that nervous system was stuck, it was just in this state of alarm. And, the overworking, my body had been screaming at me, and I had been turning the music up to drown it out. Within a year, I could walk at a slow pace. Within 2 years, I was able to walk at a normal pace, and I didn't have that nerve pain. Because every time I would walk, I just felt ache, pain. Going up the stairs was the worst. Up, I was in pain. And it was a long road, but I knew I was coming back. But here's what most people won't tell you. What do you think happened once I felt healthy and I could walk? Well, 2023 and 24, I went straight back to my old patterns. I was working 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., sometimes every single day. What happened? My Graves' disease came back. I relapsed. And in that moment, I had to be really honest with myself. I had learned all these tools. I learned how to do breath work, regulate my nervous system. And the moment that life got busy, I stopped using all of them. So I did something that almost felt too simple. I just wrote out exactly what a balanced life looked like for me. What I needed daily to stay well. What I would and wouldn't do anymore. And I committed daily to mindfulness routines. I actually only missed 3 times during 2025. And you know what happened? 2025, everything I wrote down happened for me. And I found the right specialist to help me with Graves. And for the first time in my life, in my adult life, every single blood test that came back was clean. There was no more red on the page. Something that had become so normal for me that I almost thought, let's see which ones are good. So I'm in remission now. And I just turned 37 last week, and I have the healthiest body I've ever had in my entire life. Like, it took a long time to get here, but I got here. I see clients every day with chronic pain, and I see the same pattern I lived. Nervous system stuck in alarm, a body that's been pushed and ignored, someone who has tried every physical treatment without ever addressing the deeper layer. And so when I started playing sound sessions and guiding clients through their breath, I watched people change on the table. Not because it was magic, but because their nervous system finally felt safe enough to let go. That's what it is. It's a toolkit I wish I had. It's sessions, sound healing, nervous system resets with the clinical knowledge behind why it actually works. Because you deserve to understand your own body, not just be handed exercises and sent home. If any of my story resonated with you, if you're exhausted, if you're in pain, if you feel like your body's working against you, then you're in the right place. I have a free nervous system reset session. Start here. Subscribe if you want to come on this journey with me. You can heal. I know, because I did.